Well, I've been invited along as a guest to actually have a look around an optics factory. We're in the Leica factory, and as an end consumer, you know, as a hunter, as somebody that uses these products, I am absolutely fascinated by what goes into it. Because, you know, obviously when we buy optics, we always try and invest in the best possible optics that we can get. But what makes those products worth that investment? And that's something that I've always been fascinated by, because obviously we all realise, you know, that using good glass is a fantastic advantage to have out in the field. And it's just unbelievable how many hours are involved in producing the finished product.
Comes over the other prisms.
We've started off today and we're in the milling side for the prisms, and the prisms start off and come into here in their raw form. And when you take into consideration that every single surface has got to be milled down to such a fine degree that on some of the prisms they don't actually use glue, it actually holds on by forming a molecular bond when it's pushed against the other piece of glass, because it is milled to such a molecular level. So it really is just incredibly precise. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Please, gentlemen, could I have your attention a minute? I would like to introduce you a stick that the society, French society, first table stick to test during the Monteria Day tomorrow.
So with the left button you always choose, and with the right button you enter. Then go to next step, ballistics. Choose EU5 or US 5. Let's do it together.
No, definitely feeling nervous this morning. Just seen the dogs turn up, and there's a proper motley lot of hounds there. So I hope they find stuff, because I think otherwise they might eat us. But no, we've got a good team of guys here, so we've been having a lot of giggles. We've got a good French contingent, and of course the odd Austrian as well. So yeah, they've been a good laugh. So yeah, I mean, obviously everybody's now set out. We've had the safety briefing, and it won't be long until we get cracking on. So. The weather here is just amazing. For February, I mean, we're out here in Chertsley. It's beautiful, so it won't be long, and I think we've been called up to load up and away we go. So we've moved from the lenses and we've come over to the manufacture of the magnesium body for the geovids. The amount of hand processing and hand finishing that goes into all of the products here is just quite phenomenal, and the attention to detail is just outstanding. We've now arrived at a hunting ground down in Portugal, and as we were dropped off there were two stags just up on the hill. We couldn't get the rifle out of the truck quick enough to begin, because as soon as you're dropped off on the stand then you're live to go. So it really does just kick off as soon as you start. We're here for 4 hours, I think, so hopefully we'll stand a good chance. But we've got distances out here that we're shooting out to about 250 metres, or we can shoot out to 250, 300 metres. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to take the geovids, have a quick scan through, just get some ranges. We set the rifles up yesterday and we've set out the program with the geovid system on the click values of the scope. So it gives us a click value in the front of the geovid, so we'll click it, get the range, and then if it is a bit of a way out, then we can click it in. Because we're on a Monterey, apparently it's not the same as some of the driven hunting where pretty much as everything's on the run and on the move. They might just, because we're hunting over such a vast area, the animals might just come through and start mooching and stop, mooch and stop, mooch and stop. So it may just give us that time element to be able to just click in the adjustment and take a more accurate shot. It's beautiful to see. So we've just got a vulture flying across over there, especially now because vultures are in so much trouble through diclofenac. Diclofenac is an anti-inflammatory that is given to cattle, and what happens is it stays in the cattle system. If the cattle die and the vultures come down and feed on it, it's absolutely lethal to them. So we've lost over 90% of our vultures worldwide. So to actually have the privilege of seeing vultures flying around still is wonderful. We had 3 deer come down and come across, but we've been specifically told not to shoot hinds with calves. So just to be safe rather than sorry, because I couldn't tell precisely which female had the calf. So we just left them to. But at least we've had a bit of an opportunity, and that really looked superb as they were coming through there. I'm not dressed like this for the sake of it. We're in a positive, fresher room, and obviously dust needs to be kept out. The ladies are working along, putting everything together on the Magnus scopes, doing a little bit of hammer testing on them, just for making sure everything's in line. And this is a culmination of about 250 parts. I think 11 or 12 lenses, they were saying on average go into the scopes depending on which model they are. And when you see the man hours and the time that actually goes into the production, it really does go to show why you do invest in quality optics. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance on the drives that we had this morning. So what we're going to do this afternoon, because we've still got a little bit of time left in Portugal, we're going to go out and do an evening stalk and just see what we can catch up with.
Yeah.
After going through the process and seeing the factory production and having the kit in your hands, it would just be a travesty not to go out and give it your best shot at trying to get something. We've just been stalking along this ridgeline here. We've just seen a couple of stags coming through. We're just going to see if we can go further down this track, because they're just tucked up behind the trees here. I've not seen them come out, so we might stand a chance of getting them. Okay, you're on it. Okay, front one. It was a good hit, and we saw the stag run, so we just need to get in there now and try and find them. But again, in conditions like this, we haven't got a dog, although they've got dogs back at the farm, so if we need to, I'm sure we can go and get one, but hopefully we can get on the blood spoor quickly and follow it up. So we've got good blood here, we've just got to follow it up through. But again, tracking in a different environment is very, very interesting. You know, you've just, again, just follow the same principles. Go to where the strike point is, pick up the blood and follow the spoor through. So hopefully we'll find the beastie at the end of it. Yep, in front. Wow. Super. That's the end of a very, very long day, and we finally got a stag at the end of the day with a bit of stalking and a bit of running through. So it doesn't get any better than that. But what a glorious way to remember Portugal. And again, it was just great using the equipment from Leica that we've been. Watched it being made, watched it getting put together, seen the finished product, and then actually managed to get out with it and use it in the field. It has just been superb.